We are back again to give you the insight in the sports newspaper. We'll be giving out the headlines on the sports newspaper. Chelsea leads the race to sign Aya's superstar Kudus. Premier League club fears Ali deal will endanger their chance from signing Kylian Mbappe, and most of them have backed up from the deal. Juventus hopeful to sign Lukaku on loan. As we see before, they said unless they sell Vlahovic before they can purchase Romelu Lukaku, and now they said can Chelsea give Lukaku out on loan. Liverpool to improve their bid for Southampton La Viva. Man United keen to sign David Alaba. Then DJ offers to Bayern Munich, but he said he only wants to stay in England or go back to Spain. Al Ahly confirmed Anderson sales from Liverpool. Then Chukwueze move 28 million to AC Milan, and he will be starting his preseason this week later. On another news, Messi start to his career at Inter Miami has been great, scoring twice in a match and 3 goals in 2 matches. Ndidi continue to make a big, tough decision on the transfer window. On his transfer to English League, then Barca agrees multi-year contract with Fulham. This can be a better and good offer for Barca as he's trying to revive his career back. Then Man U to up their bid for Atlanta forward Holland. Then Osimhen continues to look out for a transfer move out of Napoli. So that's all on the sports newspaper. Then our reviewers will have the chance to review on the topics available. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Welcome today. It's a beautiful Thursday morning at Ogbaye. Sir, there are some interesting headlines on this paper. Let's start from David De Gea. He has been offered to Bayern Munich, but he insisted that he only wants an offer from Spain, Spanish football. Do you think there is something he is avoiding from this outside league other than Spanish or English league?
He said he needs an offer from the Spanish league. Everything best known to him to have said that. David De Gea is a goalkeeper. He's very extraordinary good, and for him to have made mention of going to Spain, probably he wants to retire in his country. So that's why he felt he should. Probably he wants to be closer to his family again. So that's the reason why. Because at this age he feels retirement is knocking, and for him to have been planning together, so he needs to retire with his family.
So David De Gea is putting his family first. Then for Lukaku, Juventus hopeful to sign him on loan, because earlier this transfer window they said if they can't get rid of Vlahovic they won't be able to sign Lukaku. Do you think Chelsea is going to give out Lukaku on loan since they want to only sell him on a permanent deal?
I think Inter is on the process of completing the deal. I actually don't know why Juve came on board.
For that is Lukaku's attitude. Even Inter Milan are very angry. As at yesterday, Lorenzo Martinez also speak out that he doesn't like Lukaku's behavior, that he really fuck up.
I don't know of that. So probably that's why, and I think Chelsea don't want to give him a loan. Chelsea wants to sell him out. Chelsea wants to actually sell him out at this point, and selling him out, anything else to get him will get as we still have at least 50 to 60 million, because that is market value for now.
Okay, talking about Atletico Madrid, their manager David Simeone said João Felix is too big for Atletico Madrid. Do you think this is a big statement in the Atletico camp?
It's too big. When he says it's too big, I don't understand the word big. Is it bigger than the club? Or see, he does not want to subscribe to the policy of the manager, or probably because he big. When he says big, probably because he has ego. So when he says he should be specific, big on what ground. Joao Felix to me is not a big game player. He is an average player, just that the hype is just too much on him. To me, he is an average player.
So do you think his move to Atletico in the first instance is very wrong?
No, it was not wrong. At that point, he just needed to create name for himself. He needed to make name for himself, and then people need to know him. Now, to now, he's an established player in Europe. You could see when he came to Chelsea, he had a very failed spell with Chelsea FC. So I don't think, to me, it's not that of a fantastic player.
Okay, coming down to Man United, I know you are a very big fan of United. United keen on signing David Alaba. Do you think United need his service in the centre back after you people have Varane, Martinez, then Almighty Maguire?
That's rumor.
So you think Man United don't need David Alaba?
It will not work. I said, as it stands now, our major reinforcement now will be our top line. No defense. You already have Maguire who is there as backup. You have this guy. In the love as backup. So
Shaw cannot be now.
So I don't think that's just rumor. And the coach has not come out publicly to say he wants to sign a centre back for now.
So coming down to Nigerian player, Basi agrees multi-million deal with Fulham from Ajax. Do you think his move to England will revive his career, considering he was very poor individually in his Ajax spell?
When he was in Ajax, he couldn't perform well. He messed up. He flopped. Now you don't know that England football is more of pressing, and then England football is even tense, and there is competition there. Once you cannot get it right in England, the mockery and the rubbish will be so much, because England has that media that will bully you. So if you could not perform well
In Ajax,
in Ajax league, so where can he perform well?
so you said Man U needs to reinforce their forward, their attacking line. Now they are in a battle bid with Atlanta Woodlawn striker. Atlanta striker Woodlawn. Man United are in the battlefield with signing Atlanta striker Woodlawn. Do you think his value currently on him, which is around 80 to 90 from Atlanta, do you think is very good? And should Man U go for Woodlawn with everything they have got?
I haven't watched his clips, or I haven't watched him play. But one thing I want to believe that, according to I've read someone that said he is physically fit, he has height, and then he's good with his both feet. But Woodlawn, to me, I thought I should stop this hype. At this time, the Man U has offered 60 million euro. So and that is what we can afford for now. So the hype is just too much on our players, on that player. But he has not really played in top clubs for him to warrant 80 to 90 million euro on him. So I think that amount, even Man U is even bidding for him, is much.
So why do you think other league outside England hike their fans, hike their player value, increase their player value massively when it comes to buying player from England? Like when it comes to England buying their player, they find a way to increase their fee. What do you think has been the starting point for this?
Now it has always been the media and then the most watched league in the world. That is the most watched league in the world.
You think England TV rights has been one of the reasons for this?
Sure it has. And then now a team that relegates in the EPL gets more money than some team in the Spanish league. A team that relegates gets more money compared to some part. get more money to the last to the top 10 in the Spanish league. So you can see and then don't forget, and then there's also what endorsements there. There's endorsements.
Okay, lastly, the Super Falcon will be playing their second match later this morning. What advice do you have for them, and what's your prediction for the match against Australia, the host nation?
Let them lose. If they're not serious, they should come back home.
Why should you say that?
The first match, I think we played draw.
They tried.
So every time Nigerians, from the Super Falcons to the Super Eaglet to the Super any super something Eaglet, they always their own is to always qualify based on best loser. Can't we qualify without the help of the management?
So what advice do you have? How do you think we can improve on that?
I don't want to. I told you I am not a fan of Nigerian football, and I don't watch their match. So whatever it is.
Right, thank you for that. Thank you for your time. So as a Nigerian, he's suggesting that Nigeria should lose, which I go against that. We are winning this match, that's for sure. Then again, we will be waiting for someone else to review on the headlines. Welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, later today, Nigerian Super Falcons will be playing their second match against the co-host nation, Australia. What's your prediction for the match?
2-1 for Nigeria. But it's going to be easy because we are playing a host country and the high intensity is going to be there. Both the fans, that's the spectators, and the referee himself. I granted an interview in your studio yesterday. I said we are going to play 13 against 11. Both the ref and the fans and everybody. So even the pitch himself, because all these European countries, all these developed country has a way of intimidating African teams and clubs. How? They can decide to go in, bring them to a pitch where they are not even used to. But I believe these are African girls, these are African ladies. They started most of their football here in Africa, and they are almost used to most of the pitches. So I'm expecting Nigerian to come out victoriously because Nigerian, they are well to go and they are good to go. And most of our key players are back. They are not. There's no even injury. There's no injury record in the camp. You know that. So I believe that we're going to win 2-1 to be precise. And I'm seeing Ajibade scoring the first goal.
Right, as a Nigerian, he's going for Nigerian win. So the second question, sir. Messi started life at Miami. It has been, as Inter Miami has been very, very good. What do you think caused his fallback at PSG previously?
Sometimes when you are happy, wherever you move, that is what you expect. Messi is much more happy. He's happier where he has found himself. It's just like when you decide, somebody decided to move you. You see, Messi would have freely decided to go, he would have freely decided to go to a place like Saudi Arabia. Because even before the World Cup, immediately after the World Cup, he was made the ambassador to Saudi Arabia football nation, as a nation entirely. Messi would have suited in Saudi Arabia Football Club. Are you getting me? But this young man decided not to move in there. He knows that his family will be much more settled in America. So I believe that settlement has been one of the agencies that is making somebody like Lionel Messi to settle in accordance, because
talking about his family, I think the first match and the second match, they are all out there to support
him. That is it.
That is not happening at PSG.
It has never happened at PSG except Baka and this so-called.
I think he's more comfortable at Inter.
Let me tell you, believe me, whether you like it or not, as long anytime you're going to grant Messi another interview, or anytime he's retiring from football, Messi will tell you that he found home in Baka and American as a football nation.
You already do something like that.
Thank you.
You followed PSG. So you only followed Barca, Inter Miami, and Chelsea as the only football club you followed on Instagram. So I think in his attitude, that's already telling. So lastly, sir, Lukaku Lukaku, the name Lukaku is, let's just say, it's troublesome. Everywhere he goes, he causes calamity, he causes this thing for people to talk about. Now, Inter Milan has been saying he has a bad attitude. Yesterday, Loreto, which is his partner in striking for Inter Milan last season, said he has really fucked up. For him to grant an interview with Juventus, their co-rival, do you think there is this attitude within Lukaku that is making him do this? People are saying, is it that someone is bewitching him like our belief here in Nigeria? So why is like Lukaku behaving like this?
My brother, there's nothing. Nobody's bewitching anybody here. Lukaku is a better player when he signed for Chelsea at the tender age. What is the problem of Lukaku is nothing but indecision. Are you getting me? That Lukaku was a player of Inter Milan and he granted an interview and people are trying to paint him indirectly or directly that he has decided to go contrary to the club watch order. Now, what happened to Quadrado, who has been a loyalist, even a captain to a club like Juventus? Today he decided to swap an alienation to where? Inter Milan. So
what Lukaku does is very questionable.
there's nothing that is very questionable, my brother. Football has gone beyond that. Remember, he's still on loan. He has not been even signed permanently by Inter Milan. He's still a loan player. So as a loan player, if you really know that you needed this player, why not come out immediately and buy him? You are there beating around the bush. They are telling you bring this money. You are beating around the bush. He has every right to grant an interview to see whoever, and the time is not. The time is fast running. Everybody is settled, going to preseason with their players, his fellow teammate. Lukaku is not even sure of where he's going to be next season. So Inter Milan would have given him that hope that somebody like Lukaku, you are coming into our team, but they decided to infringe him. He doesn't know whether he's going to play for Inter, or he's going to play for Chelsea, or he's going to play for Juventus right now. So you should not blame that young man, because the problem to me mostly comes from where? Inter Milan. Why not give him, if you really know that this is the player you want, you needed this player, give him that chance, let him move. But you decided to give him some time, so he has every right to grant an interview with anybody, because at this point in time, the problem most of these players will have in their various clubs is inability for you not to go into what I may call preseason with your fellow teammates to know when to position and when not to position yourself very well. So that is the problem most of these strikers do have. So Lukaku has not been opportune to go into a preseason because he doesn't know whether he's going to play with a Chelsea who has decided to almost overhaul all their players. Most of the players that are there are nothing but new to Lukaku. Go to a player like Juventus, he doesn't know. So why not Inter Milan come out? I don't want to sign this player, or I want to really sign this player. Give him that chance. If you really want to sign him, so that this young man will be able to press in with most of his teammates. But we are not doing so. They are trying to push this young man away. So I should not blame him. Are you getting me? Let's not blame this young man, because at his age, Lukaku should be 30 or thereabout. At his age, he should be doing things in such a way, because he's coming down at the peak of his career. Very soon, believe me, in the next 2 to 3 years, you will hear less more about Lukaku. So you should not blame him for getting such interview. He's still on loan, and the people, and there's an order, a clause that after the loan they will buy him, and they are not trying to push him over. You do not expect him to sit down and clap for them. He should make a move, because Juventus are actually seeing that there's something in this young man that they needed, that they really want him. So why are you blaming people like Lukaku that he has gotten? What happened to so many players that decided to grant such kind of interview, and today they are still no more in that particular club, or they are moved to depending on the kind of interview there. So I should not blame Lukaku. They should give him that chance. He's a very good player once given that surroundings to move on.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
You
you
for your time.
Thank you.
So Lukaku attitude has been brought on to him by the clubs he has played for, starting from Chelsea and Inter Milan. As it is now, he's yet to know the team he will be playing for next season, and that should derail and reduce his expectation next season. So that's all we have to review on the sports newspaper. Please like and share our video, and of course click on the button bell to always get updates when we upload our video. Thank you.